how it goes
That's my
now.
name. Don't leave
Alright,
out, baby girl.
what's your name, dog?
My name is DJ Green, sir.
Oh shit, I shouldn't have senior officer at the command. No, it's command to high command. Okay. Why do you want to be promoted to high command?
What I want to be promoted to high command because I want to help better our relationship with not only the community, but I want to turn things around in PD. I want to see this department thrive again, and I feel like if I come onto high command, like I know for a fact that I can handle it, and I know for a fact that people below me can rely on me to hold that position.
What would you bring to the table if you were promoted to high command?
What would I bring to the table?
Yep.
My heart. No, but okay. Let me lock in. I'm sorry. I would bring my work ethic to the table. I feel like I have a very good work ethic, and I think that I can bring a lot of what we
Oh,
need
she's
back
about
to
to
the
start,
department,
no?
I guess.
What's the zone?
Oh, we don't know until they're like nobody knows.
Okay. What do you think high command does when they're on duty but not on the streets?
They're either filling out paperwork, um, going over changes like things that need to be changed around in PD. Let's see, talking about new ways about going about things, organizing training events, things like that.
Okay, okay. As high command, do you understand that if you do meet the requirements or responsibilities to be a certain rank in high command, you might be demoted to a lower rank? How would you react? What would you do?
Honestly, if I was D ranked, I would just take it with a grain of salt, bro. If I'm being D ranked, it's obviously for a reason, and I'm not gonna crash out over it. I'm not gonna shed, I'm not gonna sit here and cry about it because it's not gonna change anything. I would just try to do better.
Okay, okay. Are you fully capable of telling if a scene is scuffed? And what would you do if the scene is scuffed?
I would say that I'm more than capable of being able to tell when a scene is scuffed. So if it's wait, repeat the last part of the
How would
question.
you handle a scuffed scene?
Okay. How to handle a scuff scene?
Yep.
I'd kind of talk it over with the people involved in the scene at first. Try and just work out an agreement, I guess, so that shit doesn't hit the fan. I'd want to keep order. I don't want to cause issues on both sides and have both sides leaving upset over the scene. So if a scene's scuffed, do all the necessary things to clear up what happened, and then just let it go, and then everybody goes about their day.
Okay. If an officer makes a mistake in a scene, but it is not a scuff scene, how would you handle the situation? I'll give you an example. Let's say you're in a foot pursuit, the officer goes for an instant taser, doesn't call it, and then cuffs right after. What would you do?
So I would pull that officer aside, away from everybody else. I'm not gonna out him in front of everybody. Just give him a rundown. Be like, listen, you can't do this. This is the wrong way to go about it. Explain the correct way to do it, and then send them on their way. If it's like a continuous thing, then it'd probably be a strike.
Okay. What's the toughest situation you've been in during your time here at NPD, and how did you handle slash overcome
Fuck, dude. There's been a lot of those. There's
it?
been a lot of those.
That's like every
It's
day.
just I know it's hard to pinpoint a specific one that was worse than the rest of them. But
Give me any example you can think of off the top of your head then.
shit. I'm gonna go with when I think it was SSM. Okay, so fuck. Sorry, I just bashed my knee on my desk. Okay, as I was saying, so when SSM, just kind of hopped out and started shooting us for no reason, I was definitely upset about it, but I didn't, I wasn't crashing out in the emails, I wasn't go around and start shooting anybody, I was calm and collective about it. The most I'll do is bicker a little bit about it, like I'll bitch
Oh,
for a
shit.
few minutes, but other than that, I'm not gonna go about my way to make a scene.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Wait. Shit, I'm open mic. Uh, what is your thought process for making tough decisions that might be unpopular or unfair to the other side?
Say it one more time?
What's your thought process for making tough decisions that might be unpopular or unfair to the other side?
What's my thought process on it? Well,
Okay,
I would I would try to make it as fair as I could and not seem one-sided, but there's always going to be something. There's always going to be someone that bitches or complains, act like they didn't get the winning side or however they want to take it, but that's just not how it is. Huh? Yo?
I'm going 1042, so it's just you guys in here. Darian also went 42, so
Oh, what the fuck?
just wanted to
Okay.
let you guys know that it's just you two now.
alright.
Appreciate you letting us know. Thank you, brother.
Of course.
Have a good night.
I wasn't clocked in on the F4.
Oops,
Okay.
I did that earlier.
No, I wasn't clocked in on the F4. Didn't you have the job selected?
Dummy.
I was just on Neon Aviation. Alright, can you delegate tasks to an officer based on the roles and responsibilities typically associated with that rank?
I'm sorry.
Can you assign tasks to an officer based on the roles and responsibilities typically associated with that rank?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like, if a cadet needs an FTO, you can slap or some sort of FTO
Yeah,
of them.
exactly. Yeah, no, like, if there's cadets that need an FTO, I'd ask around. I'd ask in the radio if there's any FTOs available to take a cadet. If there's not, then I'll take them myself and I will help train them.
Have you had prior experience to prepare? Wait, hold up. Have you past experiences prepared you for this position?
Yeah, I would say lots of past experiences have have gotten me where I am today. I wouldn't be the officer I am today without my past.
Okay.
I was PD in Mystic. I was PD in my last city. It's just home to me, dude. I don't think I could go without PD.
Okay. What changes would you make to command to make them more efficient and effective?
More efficient and more effective. I was gonna say the command team PD is a little bit more humor, but in all seriousness, I think that if people would just strive to get each other active and like we were active together, instead of everyone just like moseying on in like, oh, I'm gonna put in an hour or two here and there, but I don't really actually feel like doing anything. Try and do something to maybe boost their morale up and want to keep them around, want to keep them active and FTOing people, maybe some incentive of some sort. I don't know.
Why should you be considered to be promoted into high command?
The real question is why shouldn't I?
Ooh, that is a good question.
But I don't know. I feel like I'm very responsible as a person. I mean, yeah, I'll fuck off like when I'm drinking and stuff, but I've been doing better about not doing that when I'm on the PD soul. I try not to, Occasionally I do it for fun, shits and giggles, whatever. But I'm trying to keep a more professional front. when I'm doing PD stuff, especially now that I'm, you know, upper command going into high command type shit. I'm trying to do better. I am trying to be a role model for the cadets and probies and everybody else under me. You know, I want them to look up to me. I don't want them to see me as the dumbass who's higher up than them but just fucks off on the clock all the time.
Okay. What events do you think would be fun for officers to boost morale and communication between the police department?
Honestly, I think raids are really fun, and it's a really good way to get everyone together and like do something together as a team. I think if we had more team building exercises of some sort, whether it's like training events for things like that, like even if it's like a practice drug transport type thing. I know we don't really have a lot of officers for that at the moment, but if we had more of a surplus of people, we could host bigger trainings for stuff like that, so we are more familiar. Our other officers are more familiar with how shootouts are gonna go, stuff like that.
Do you think gang transports are a good example of that?
Yeah, I'd say so. I think it's definitely a good start. It depends on the gang too, because some of the gangs aren't. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's iffy.
You're gonna find exiled. At least they're not dicks about
I
it.
haven't had any. Yeah, I haven't had it. That's like the one gang I have not had any issues with at all.
Okay. Okay.